shoe, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the matter with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, we have a bunch of stuff. We have Red Dead Redemption 3, possibly, maybe. Is that a thing? Could be so. I'll give you some more information when I know about that stuff, when I talk about that stuff. Well, I have the blueprints and drop in Game Pass tomorrow. You know, that stuff. It's cool. South of Midnight. How do you guys feel? Was I right? Did y'all look at my review that's for members only? If you're a member, go check it out. It's up there. That's a long review, and it gives you a lot of insight, and I amp you guys up with all the stuff that nobody else will have. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that did a review like that, and I stand on that review. But Xbox having a ton of games available this year. We know about the June 8th show. That was not in doubt. What you don't know about is the May show that is the third-party direct with all those other people in conjunction to the stuff that's coming out. With the stuff happening in May with Doom, the Dark Ages, and the other games that are actually coming out in May, Xbox seems to be rocking and rolling and moving straight through all the way to the end of the year. Now, somebody told me Fable might be delayed. Quite possibly. Xbox does have a ton of games coming out this year. With all the Call of Duty stuff that I did hear about, with them actually remaking a ton of them or remixing them or whatever the hell and getting them inside Game Pass, I don't know if it has something to do with licenses or whatever the hell. I don't know. But what I do know is at some point you're going to get a power drop inside Game Pass that has a ton of Call of Duty stuff because they understand what the property is, how strong the property is, and where they want the property to be. They have so many games. They have never been in such a powerful position. But at the same time, consumer friendly. Where consoles is coming out and not dropping in price, actually going up in price after launch, where games are reaching an all-time high in price. Shout out to Nintendo. Y'all did your thing. Yeah, actually ran it up on everybody. Yeah. And for you guys that's out there thinking that us Xbox dudes is going to champion the Nintendo stuff, you can kick rocks with your big-ass head. You're bugging. Us personally, we want Nintendo to beat the brakes off of you. They owe you a whooping. They owe you a whooping, right? Y'all came out there and set that $750 price, and they came out there and said, bet. So I want to see y'all scrap. I think Nintendo kick your ass. Actually, honestly, I think they'll beat you up. I think they put hands on you. You port beggars. Can't stand. Out of the two degenerates, I go with Nintendo to beat you up. I'll jump you with them. Yeah, talk about we bleed green. On God, we do. Get out of here, you bum. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So we're going to figure out exactly all the stuff that's going on. Check out these topics. We're going to get into that. So we know what the major showcase is going to be about. We have a major showcase showing up, and that is Xbox Showcase. See, we don't deal in fabricating stories here. We deal in actual factuals, and Xbox has a show. No imaginary shows like the PlayStation Showcase, which is never going to show up because they don't have any games to show. But we do know who has all the games to show, and all the games will show, and they must show, and it will have a great show. Now, I'm going to tell you, being that I'm 98% right all the time. And I'm always on time with whatever I got to tell you. I'm going to tell you that this show is going to be better than the last show. I know you're going to say, King, how the hell is it going to be better than the last show? Well, it's going to be better than the last show because it got greater stuff. All the stuff from the last show that you did see, most of that stuff is coming out. Most of that stuff is scheduled. Most of the stuff did come out. So going forward, you're going to see a lot more stuff that you want to see, more stuff that you want to hear about, stuff like the Outer Worlds, where we talk about that in the next segment. But right now, we're just going to talk about the game show. And it streams on June 8th. And it's always streamed on June 8th, right? So this year is no different at all. But one thing is different. One thing this year is different than most. And that's a huge problem. It's a bigger problem than you think. But I'm going to talk about the show. The show represents everything that you want as an Xbox gamer, as a Game Pass platform, as the platform itself. See, what happened a long time ago was Xbox transcended into a platform. Now, I know you're going to say, King, it was always a platform, but in a sense, it was a console. The identity was the console. Phil just came out the other day and said not one centerpiece is the identity of the Xbox. The ability to play everywhere and anywhere changes the identity of what Xbox is. See, Xbox is wrapped up into an experience now. Now, a lot of times you will have the port begging ponies, the hoof ones, if you will, tell you how you've lost your identity. No, you didn't. See, if you're stuck in the past, you're staying in the past, and you will always deal with the past in the future. Now, I'm saying this to say, you will always be stuck. You will always live by the same metrics. You will always live by doing things the same way, expecting different results. And that's the definition of insanity. See, because we're constantly changing, just like the universe itself is constantly in motion. Nothing is stagnant. Nothing is the same. You could be hot today, but dead tomorrow. You understand? You got to understand exactly. And when I say dead, I mean dead cold. You know, hot today, dead cold tomorrow. Cold. You got to understand exactly how fluid the situation is. In this economy, in this marketplace, in the changing times, in this digital age, we're no longer analog. We have transcended from the analog. We have transcended from the device. Your device is a living, breathing ecosystem. It's always online. It's always watching. It's always there. Remember, Dreamcast wanted that to be what the identity was of their machine? Remember, the Dreamcast actually thought that that would be the identity of how everything would be? Well, now we've changed. That's much better. Whew. Okay. Now, remember the idea of the Dreamcast always being online, wanting that to be? Sega always had those aspirations, but they never had the solid foundation to actually push that forward. When I'm talking about solid foundation to push those aspirations forward, I'm talking about the raw, hard, cold cash. They didn't have that. Xbox and Microsoft has this raw, hard cash that they're able to change how they are perceived, how they are, and how they do business. Right? See, the moment that ZeniMax was acquired, Xbox was set forth on this path. Now, this path was exclusivity, right? We're going to keep this for ourselves, but something fell in their lap. Like, I believe something else is falling in their lap. Stay tuned, because I believe that's true. But right now, they have acquired ABK. See, so after ZeniMax, they had one plan, and that plan was set in motion, and the team went forward, and it was doing exclusivity, and it was moving, it was shaking, it was baking, it was happening. And then ABK happened. Now, the way that deal fell through, the deal fell into their hands. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you. You did the best. Bobby, Nobody fucks up like you. Thank you. You tanked your company. You killed the golden goose, but you got the golden watch and the yacht, and you was out. I love it. I love it. To be an absolute dirtbag, you still win. Oh, the American way. I'm just saying, because you do it right. Guess what happens, right? I don't know. Anyway, enough about me griping and crying, right? Enough, right? You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear how I'm that dude, and you got these fake frauds out here. You don't want to hear that. We ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, so now they got the ABK thing. Now things have to change because you put out a lot of money. Now you want to get that money back. You want the return off the investment. See, because every year Xbox, Microsoft has $80 billion to spend. So guess what they do? They go out and they invest, and they want those investments to yield returns. So they didn't know they was going to be caught up in litigation and all that stuff. So remember the thing that they had going on before? Remember that? Well, that thing that they had going on was tied to the show. It was tied to this thing. This thing here, that thing right there was tied to everything else. Because remember, it was all about community. It was all about friends. It was all about family. We'll get to that in a second. But we're going to get back to the show. So Xbox putting together these shows. And these shows is dope-ass shows. All right? Dope shows. But now you have to market to the world. But this is an Xbox show. And your Xbox show is going to have a game that's front and center going to the PlayStation. The game front and center going to the PlayStation is The Outer Worlds 2. Now, I still don't believe it's day and date going to the PlayStation. I could be proven wrong. Call me back when they give the announcement. But I honestly believe that it's going to drop on Xbox. It's going to go on Xbox. It's going to go on PC. It's going to go on Game Pass. It's going to do the day and date thing. And PlayStation will get it at a later date. They'll probably get it sometime. You say that it come out in Xbox whenever. Whatever it is, I think it's 5 to 6 months after that, they get it. But I think as an Xbox guy, the showcase is going to talk to you. You're going to see stuff like Perfect Dark. You're going to have stuff like, Starfield stuff in there. Honestly believe you're going to have a little bit more stuff there. Right? But they have so many games. I also hear about remakes and remasters of Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Because I'm talking about June 8th. June 8th is an annual thing. Always has been. Microsoft has held tradition while Sony and Nintendo doesn't. Now this year, what makes this extra special is the Switch would have launched on the 5th. Now, that's Nintendo taking the E3 week to a whole nother level. We have never seen a console launch the same week that we have an E3 thing and then a game show. What? I don't know what Microsoft would do this show. I think Microsoft is going to do some out of the box shit. I'm honestly serious. But they have so many games. There's so much stuff that we've been talking about that can be shown on their show. Because Microsoft and Xbox just came from GDC, where I heard thousands of new developers signed up. So now, I want to know what you expect to be at the show. Now that we know we have a date, and we always knew we was going to get a date, like we believe next month they're going to show something anyway. April, May is going to have that, the direct, the third party direct. We know this. This is their MO. Right now, Xbox is at a high that only they can stop. And we know how hubris do. Ask Nintendo. Those bonehead monkey mouths have messed up. They got into a situation where they feeling themselves. We know this, you know this, I know this. They all do it. I just hope Microsoft doesn't do it. But I think my next topic is going to see how Microsoft might be feeling themselves. The game is the Blueprints. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this, but cell shaded looks like it's like a type of mystery game. All I know is everybody's giving it rave reviews. Paris Lily went out and tweeted that this can possibly be game of the year. I personally don't know if that's possible, but I will give it a chance. I would see. I like the fact that the indie scenes, well, this also drops April 10th, right? So the indie scene is absolutely actually happening. So let me know tomorrow if you're going to play this. I mean, we just got South of Midnight 2 days ago, and I don't know how many of you guys have dug deep into South of Midnight to actually let me know what your synopsis is of it. Is it your best game? Is it one of your best games? Is it giving you one of the best games of all time feels? I know there's some gameplay issues that will bump up against that, but at the end of the day, we don't know. Maybe, right? Maybe so, maybe yes, maybe no, right? We don't know. But again, this is courtesy of Xbox Era. This is where I got the footage from. They got a chance to play it early. They put in something like 70 plus hours on doing so. So at the end of the day, go over there, get those guys a like, share, follow, whatever. But I don't know. Looks kind of barren. Looks like a modern day Myst, if you ask me, with a twist, more than likely. But something I might try out inside Game Pass tomorrow. Now, Obsidian's Out of Worlds 2. Where do you stand on this thing? Are you looking forward to the Outer Worlds 2? Is the Outer Worlds 2 something that you feel that is something that you could live without? Did you play the Outer Worlds 1? I'm a huge fan of the Outer Worlds 1. Finished that in the DLC. Had fun with it. We even had Obsidian on to talk about it on Iron Lord's podcast. We have a good rapport with Obsidian. Obsidian is a great talent. Obsidian gives you some of the best RPGs, Western RPGs, that you're ever going to shake a hand at. Me personally, I think that they do, out of their stable, I know this might be a little bit controversial. This might be a little hot take. Out of the stable over there at Microsoft, I think Obsidian is probably the top studio over there. Be honest with you. And that's just my opinion of it. You know, we basically can go down the list and fight and see, who do you feel? Do you think Bethesda? Because I would fight back on you and I would say, who gave you the best Fallout game? Right? And a lot of dudes would say New Vegas. Like, a lot of dudes is going to say the one Obsidian worked on. Obsidian kind of gives you a large feel in their games of a world that is livable, breathable. The environments are lush. The characteristics are distinct. Like, we just got Avowed, right? And I'm still playing Avowed, which is wild nuts. I just got so many NDA games that I'm playing right now. Right now, I'm playing Towerborn, right? So I did I did the South of Midnight, finished that, ended that. We did the review on that. So now we're in the middle of Towerborn. I got to hurry up and finish that so I can get to Doom the Dark Ages so I can finish that. And, you know, we could do the review on that. So a lot of times when we're looking at these games, we're seeing them for the grandiose that they are. And the bigger question right now is, when that shit going to PlayStation? Right? These poor begging ponies want it on PlayStation so bad, right? So it's already announced. Their logo's already up there. I think Microsoft doing that got ahead of the curve. I think they actually saw it and was just like, yo, you know what? Let's just say it right now. Let's remove, because these dudes, y'all want the Band-Aid off, right? So let's just remove the stigma of, is this going, is it not going? All right, it's going. Now, how you keep an idiot in suspense? Exactly. How do you show value? Does my theory hold weight? Does my theory about Outer Worlds 2 hold weight? My theory is that the Xbox consumer, the guys that are in the platform, get the game first. And then the PlayStation guys get it sometime later. I think that is a sound theory. I could be absolutely wrong. They could want to stay in the zeitgeist, right? But you know what I think? Because I think only the PC guy is the wild card here. So I think Xbox understands that they can get that PC money up front. They already got their Xbox subscription money. Then they can get the Xbox money from the people that don't got the subscription. And they can keep that money there, and that satiates them. And then at another time, they can place it on PlayStation to get that reoccurring revenue, that pulling, that extra money. So I think that the PlayStation guy can always wait because they're not going nowhere. They're locked inside an ecosystem that is not, it's kind of on life support. Like the PlayStation ecosystem, hashtag no PlayStation 6, you know what it is. We're going to run it up on these bumps. I'm going to keep the boot on Conks next this whole generation. I'm going to keep it real with you. I honestly think that life support console, let's not forget, half of them don't even got a pro. Not even half of them. You got to say 90% of them bums over there ain't got no pro. Yeah, you don't talk about me, B. I got that. See, that's the difference between me and your favorite dude. Your favorite dude don't got everything, but he's always talking about us, you bum. Get our names out your mouth. Why I order. Anyway, so I think that life support system will sit there and wait, and they know they're on life support and they need anything that you can give them, so they'll leave it over there and get to them when they get to them. Leave your comments down there. Let me know if you think Xbox is going to string the PlayStation fan along, them ponies, and just leave it over there when they get a chance, and then they put it there. And the Xbox dudes and us PC guys will definitely have fun playing the game. Let me know if you think it'll be announced for the Switch too. I mean, if it can run on the Series S, Switch 2 got a shot, baby. Right? If anything can run on that S, the Switch 2 got a shot, baby. So let me know if you think it'll launch on the Switch 2 before it launch on the PlayStation 5. I think that's a topic that we need to start having. Should it launch on the Switch 2 before the import beggars? Now, I'm not saying that the Nintendo dudes, I'm not even giving them some light. I'm not even sitting there acting like they don't get the smoke. They get the smoke for the dumb stuff that they do. They have always been consumer unfriendly. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep it a beam. I don't know, man. Let me know. Who should get it first? Who would you give it to? Would you give it to this bum or that bum? Both of them degenerates. I just want to know, which one would you feed first? This year marks the 10th anniversary as Xbox Fanfest in Los Angeles, but the date will not coincide with Xbox Game Showcase. Now, honestly, I've been to Fanfest every year but one of them, I believe. I believe I've been there for, 8 of them. Right? So 1, that'd be 9, 8. I've been there for 8 Fanfests. Everyone. Shout out to my boy Tim Dog. We do it big every year. Every year it's a big event. Now, Contrary to popular belief, you're going to have a lot of bonehead, knucklehead, stupid idiots talking about the reason why Xbox isn't having a fan fest is because they're multi-plat. That's not the reason why they're not having a fan fest. A lot of people are ignorant to the facts. So what they're going to do is they're going to have FanFest at a later date, right? And I'm going to give you my reasoning for why I believe they're going to have it at a later date, right? I believe that they're going to actually give Jeff his space. See, what people don't realize is normally when Xbox has their FanFest, their in-person event, that's usually on June 8th, right? Last year, when you saw me with that wonderful jacket and, talking to Aaron Greenberg and everybody and doing a whole bunch of stuff, it was at the detriment of Summer Games Fest. Summer Games Fest starts on the 6th and runs 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Those 4 days. So Cog and I was at them for the 2 days, but that Saturday, we couldn't go because, that Sunday we couldn't go because we was at the Xbox event, and that was a live in person. So my theory is Jeff has won LA for that period of time. He put in the hard work. He throws a show. He throws a good thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Phil, Sarah, Matt, Jason, Ronald, they were all at Summer Games Fest. Myself, Khalif, Jeff Grubb, Lord Cognito, Maximilian, everybody, we're at Summer Games Fest. So when we're at Summer Games Fest, we are meeting developers, playing games. Just y'all like the interview that I did with Stalker 2. What was that? It was a ton of games there. We did the NetEase thing. We did the Marvel Rivals stuff. We did so many games. And that, Mark of the Wolves, or City of Wolves, Street Fighter. It's a ton of games that we got a chance to play, talk to the developers. And there was a whole different side that I didn't get a chance to. That's where Hip Hop Gamer was at. Now he got a chance to have the conversation with Phil. That's the reason why me and Phil didn't get a chance to have the conversation, because Phil was on that side. I'm talking to Sarah on this side, and I'm talking to Sarah about Black Myth Wukong. And then I started talking about the new consoles and stuff like that with other people, and my theories on it, on what's happening and stuff like that. And then we had conversations on some other stuff, and we're talking. It's just a whole big mixture of what I like E3 to be. Now, I like E3 to be press only, journalists only. That's how I like it. I don't like the public there to get in the way of a good story, a good article, good conversation. A lot of work can get done, and it kind of consolidates it. And what Jeff did was he built like a little city. And when doing so, you're given the chance to actually network better. Now, here's the counterpoint to this. There's a counterpoint out there. Now, I'm not going to say a lot of people that's saying, because they are kind of boneheads and, it's fanboy stuff, but I'm not going to say your theory is left with illogical. Your theory is left logical, that possibilities that the fact that they are multi-plat hampers FanFest. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe you felt that you're too big for the community, But they did say they did have a caveat. They will do in person at another date. I think that they're going to concede California. Hear me out. I think Fanfest is going to be done in Germany at Gamescom this year. I think they're still going to have it. Because I've been invited to Germany before. The Iron Lords have been invited to Germany before. They had Fanfest over there. And I think this year I've manifest a ton of our fortunes that we've been having lately. I meditate. Right now I'm fasting. And a lot of times you get closer to God, or your God, whoever your God is. And on my spiritual journey. And I manifest exactly where we're going. This year we're going to be going to LA. Now I've always complained about the in-person thing, right? So now I don't have to worry about the public. I don't have to worry about the E3 convention center and getting from one place to the next and waiting on these stupid lines. None of that stuff happens. You have your appointment, you have your stuff, you go in, you go get your work done. I'm a task-driven individual. I like to get things done by the task. I like to be productive. We have people in our community that want to know about these games, right? They want to know about these developers. They want to know about, from these talking heads, where certain stuff are. I can't get all that information if my ass is standing on a line and I have a developer catering to a populace that paid for a ticket to get into a place. That doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for them. It's not productive. They don't get their words out there to the people that need to hear it. So Jeff got a good thing going. Now, I think Xbox is going to do it in Gamescom. Iron Lords will be there. Now, maybe not all of us. Maybe just two of us. Probably just me and Cog, more than likely. And we'll be out there. But we'll be out there for the 2 days or whatever, 3 days or whatever it is. Out there and have dealings. And then the big one, Japan. Now, I gotta say, it's a little bit disheartening from a person that's been to Fanfest for 8 years, man. 8 years. Cog been there 9 years. But 8 years. And as an Iron Lord, we rep hard. Now, for a couple of them, I've been there on Xbox Frontline News, and I got to thank you dudes for Xbox Frontline News to get me there. I got to thank you guys, because without the numbers, without you guys watching my videos, without all this stuff, wouldn't get there. I wouldn't be able to have those experiences and bring that experiences back to you and have those conversations. As you can see, all the pictures that I am showing, all the wonderful stuff that you do get a chance to see, all that stuff is there. You know, meeting different people and having these conversations with them and enjoying stuff. That stuff matters the most. But I think this year, they gave LA to Jeff. And, Jeff Keighley is, he's the man who killed E3. He owns LA. LA is Jeff's town now. With PlayStation not there, with Nintendo not there, Xbox won't be there. Jeff owns LA. Now, you will have PlayStation guys that's there. You will have Nintendo people that's there at Summer Games Fest. And you will have Xbox people that's there at Summer Game Fest in that compound. But as far as rocking the house and having a show, only people out there other than Jeff is IGN. IGN is out there heavy. They're out there strong. So if you do want something to do to be there, you can go to IGN. But again, that's for media. And I think that's how it should be. I mean, it sucks that we lose all this beautiful stuff. All the stuff. But I'll see you in Germany. So, man, we've made it this far in the video. I do appreciate you guys for sitting here and being here with me, listening to all the stuff that I do say. Listen, I drop these videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, I was on Boom Show. If you saw that, I was on there 7 o'clock. We rocked out, had to dip out. My video dropping at 8:30. Hope y'all like that. We talked about all that other stuff. I was on Frontline Gaming Streams earlier, playing some Mario Kart. Hope y'all win and go check that out. At the end of the day, I'm a gamer. I'm going to keep it a bean with you dudes. Xbox is my home. Xbox is my platform. That's who I rep. I mess with those PlayStation dudes. I got me those PlayStation stuff. So you dudes be capping like, oh, you missing. Nobody missing out on you. You're not in no exclusive club. Shut up. Stop acting like you special. There's nothing special about you. Y'all run-of-the-mill bums that ain't got no damn games. And you're looking for us for games. So, you guys, you degenerates. Get out of here. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on you bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Get off me. Get out of here. But the Nintendo stuff, listen, I'll be copping one. Gonna probably pick up 2 games, honestly. I mean, I'm not even counting the Mario Kart because it comes with the I expected it to be $500. So I get a free Mario Kart, right? That's what I expected. Then I'm gonna pick up Donkey Kong because it's around my birthday time. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You're gonna see it on Frontline Gaming Streams. And if you think you got an aha moment, Frontline Gaming Streams, I play everything. I play PlayStation, I play Xbox, I play Steam, I play Nintendo, I play everything. Don't get me to bring down my turbo graphics and hook it up over here. Don't get me, when I come back from Japan, I'm definitely going to have my super graphics on, and I'm definitely going to be playing it. We're definitely going to talk about that. But if it's your first time to the channel, please like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. I drop videos daily. Also on Frontline Gaming Streams, where I stream daily. You like what you see? Become a member. Support the channel. I got a lot of things happening, a lot of things moving and shaking, stuff that you will like, stuff that's going to happen. Live show on Saturdays where you get to have a voice. You get to talk. Why? Because I value you having a conversation with me. And if you thought I was wrong about something, save it for Saturday. All right? So we can get at that. But I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it around the blueprints because, like I always tell you, try to play the Game Pass.